Oh yeah, it's like everywhere you turn around, and it's like watch like Transformers. They were pushing that on Paramount last night where we were watching Star Trek. Watch the great critics all say this is the greatest. Critics don't know shit.
Nah.
This was the most mediocre Transformers movie ever, and all we asked was, can we please focus less on the humans and more on the giant robots kicking the shit out of each other? And what do? Hey guys, let's focus more on the humans.
That's all anybody is tuning in for. They're not going for any personal and reactions and intimate scenes or anything with humans. They want to see big ass robots kicking ass.
That's
right.
Exactly right. Big ass robots. Yeah. That's kind of the allure. Go figure, but.
And you turn around, you turn a corner, and guess what? Ahsoka is the greatest Star Wars ever.
I hadn't even watched that.
No, neither have I.
I did. I actually did, y'all. I watched it. To be fair, before anyone clocks me, you didn't watch the whole thing. No, I watched an episode and about a quarter of the second one.
Well, I've totally checked out of it. I'm not going to watch that crap. I mean, Disney is not going to get anything from me, not even a view.
Mm-mm.
Well, okay, the way I say it, and I don't know if this is a spoiler or not. If anybody's seen episode 1, it's not really a spoiler. Old boy Captain, the first 5 minutes into the show, he gets stabbed on the right side of the chest all the way through.
Yeah, that's what I keep hearing. Another survivor.
He dies.
He
dies instantly. No, he dies because they're like, the captain is dead. The captain is, unless he comes back in episode 2 that I don't know about, they are told he dies instantly. And then you got angsty Jedi, not Jedi girl, Satine, who gets stabbed through the center of the gut, kind of where all of the organs are. Old boy didn't even get, stabbed through the heart. It was on the other side. And he was like, collapse, like leaves in the wind. She gets stabbed through the gut. And then we find her. We're not really sure how longer it is later. But she's just she's in the hospital. She's kind of holding her stomach, but she looks great. Makeup's on point, hair's on point. I'm like, oh, I see how this is going to be. Okay.
Yeah, I'll be fine. They gave me a back to Band-Aid.
Back to tank works wonders.
And they gave me 2 Midol because, it was near my abdomen. It was in my gut. But, I feel so good. No, I was
Take an aspirin and call me in the morning.
Check out. Have a protein shake. You'll be fine.
Here we go. Here we go, Valhalla.
Take care.
Oh my God, I'm on a dragon, y'all! I'm on a dragon!
This video is not intended for children. Viewer discretion is advised.
If you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe.
Destiny! Balina. Mad Doctor of Valhalla, Dega Outlaw. Young Money. Badass. Dave G. Sound. I've been burgled. Time to wake the neighbors with Southern Viking. The man, some guys you gotta say his name twice. Larry. Assange Melody. Eli. Roll Tide, Geely, Roll Tide, brother. Mockety Draws. The Wrench of Wrenches, Chris Berza. And the angriest wrench in Valhalla, Mark the Infinitely Tired. Penny. Rod Thunderheart. What is that? Buster San Jose's a skeptic tank. Sean Eastep. A lot of people in chat this morning. Good morning, everybody. How is everybody out there doing? Welcome to the Weekend Review here on Mornings of Mischief. I'm your host, Stone Loki. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Right off the bat, we have a $1.99 super chat from Mark that says, "Shut up, Arwen." I think she's on hold at the moment. She'll be back here in just a minute, but I'm sure she'll want to address that personally. Thank you so much for that $1.99 super chat, Mark the Infinitely Tired. But we will address that in a moment because she had to go powder her nose, y'all. I don't know if I can do the R1 right, but she had to go powder her nose and get another barefoot Moscato.
Break open another box of wine.
Oh, greetings. Nitro's gal too. Greetings. Hello from Michigan. Well, hello from Texas. How you doing?
Hello from Louisiana.
That's right. Oh, good morning, everybody. I hope you guys are doing great. It is Friday. Yeah! It is the end of the week, and we're going to kick things off with a bang. We've got 2, maybe 3 great topics for this morning. We were talking in the back, and it's absolutely crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Dave Bob, it is the best Transformers movie that made the least amount of money. And it's all about the humans, but yeah, it's the best. I'm tired of hearing that. This is the best since this. This is the best ever. This is the bestest ever. Marvels will be the greatest female superhero movie ever since the last ever. Are we stupid? Are we supposed to be stupid? Are y'all stupid? I don't think y'all are stupid. What about you guys over on Rumble? We got Chris Persia, Jester of Sin, Grumpy Old Marine Bet, Darth Arlena. Y'all aren't stupid. I know y'all aren't stupid. Jester of Sin with a $5 Rumble rant says, burning it down on Rumble, Valhalla style. Thank you so very much, Jester of Sin, for that $5 super chat. You guys keep the fires burning bright, and this one's just for you, brother. Skull!
Mama says stupid is as stupid does.
And we're not. We're not. We're
Nope.
not. I know you guys aren't. I know you guys aren't. I know you guys are intelligent and can see right through this shit. Dare to be stupid. That's true. Southern Viking. Dare to be stupid.
Well, the thing
dare to be
about it is
stupid.
the people that are pushing that agenda are the ones that are idiots and stupid, thinking they can pull it over on us time after time after time. We stopped caring.
Mahogany Draws with the $10 super chat. Good morning, brother. He says, this is the best morning show since the last Mornings of Mischief morning show.
In your best announcer voice.
In my best announcer voice. In my best movie announcer voice. Yes. Last time, Loki took on the man and won. This time, Loki takes on the man and will win again. Next time, Loki's going to take on the man one more time. Yeah, it's just, it's the best since the last. Oh my God, it's not even that. It's not even that, Mac. They didn't even make the money back. And this is why I'm screaming at Warner Brothers for what they're doing with Dune. I am screaming right now at Warner Brothers for what they're going to do with Dune, moving it back to March. You're moving it back 5 months. But it's only 5 months. Oh, my God. There she is, y'all. There she is.
I'm back. Sorry, y'all.
She's back with her bottle of Sutter Homes, y'all.
And no, Mark, I did not get lost coming back from the bathroom. I had to take a phone call.
But he did send you that.
Oh, chonk it, pew, pew, chonk it.
So thank you, Mark, for your super chat, and thank you, McKinney, for yours. You guys keep the fires burning bright. And you know what? I'm feeling a little randy. I am. Let's send out the Viking horde this morning. Skol! Ironcaster, we're going to get to that. We are going to get to that because Mike owes us a live stream. It'll be happening later today on his channel, on his YouTube channel. Our good friend, Michael Cano, a.k.a. Mexican Iron Man, has to admit that he is a YouTuber and has to do a live stream today on his channel. So I guess we win.
It's time to get off that train.
I guess we win.
Parks it and says, yeah, finally, he's a YouTuber.
Well, that's what happens when you bet on Disney.
Loki's Mornings of Mischief, rated #1 movie in the world, yet it won't make its money back. Yeah. Yeah. I'm tired of seeing it. I'm tired of seeing it. We said we saw the same thing. If you watch any commercials, I've seen it on Twitter. I've seen it on YouTube. Mm-hmm. Watch the new Star Wars series that all the critics say is the best Star Wars series since the last Star Wars series. And you're like, oh my God, really? Really? Like, we mean that shit.
Yeah. You mean Kenobi and freaking
Andor?
Kenobi was the last straw for me. I think I watched about 30 minutes of the excuse me. Something caught in my throat.
It's probably Star Wars. God help us.
Disney Star Wars.
Disney Star Wars.
Yeah, those
Dave
aren't
Bob.
exactly high bars, y'all. I have, yes. Okay, it was better than those. But again, look at your measuring stick. Pull it out. Look at it. No. It needs to be much better than those to go, okay. You know, and it had, I like the alien cat. That was cute. I was looking forward to seeing it. Ahsoka's, you know, of all of them, I think she's the closest to my girl, but no.
No. I like Rosario. I mean, I think she's a great actress and everything else, but that show, I just, you know, like I said, I've just lost all faith in anything from Lucasfilms.
She was boring in this. I guess it's the way the director acted them. because the director has a vision, the producer has a vision, and they all want the actors to, portray their visions. But my God, dude, you have a boring vision. Get with it. Because they were all so slow. And I enjoyed her performance in The Mandalorian. But in this, I'm like, I don't even relate to you. And you're you're Ahsoka. And you're boring me and you're annoying me. And I really don't care about any of y'all right now. And that's not a good thing. No.
Dork Knight, who's been a member for 2 months, says, Mom, a.k.a. Penny, finally caught me when I was awake. It's good to see you. It's good to see you, Dork Knight. I have tuned in to a couple of your streams. So keep rocking, brother. Keep rocking. Keep kicking ass and taking names. June Wong with $5 super chat. Have you considered Mim is pulling some genius Wolf of Wall Street sales hack and making everyone FOMO his ultimate YouTube channel launch?
Anything?
I have been busting his balls about him being a YouTuber along with a lot of other people for a long time. So I know Cultures, he's a YouTuber. Tom, he's a YouTuber. Everybody pretty much agrees he's a YouTuber, but him. So yeah, I'm pretty sure he knows what he's doing. But he does not want a YouTube channel. He really doesn't. He doesn't want the money. He doesn't want the attention. He just likes helping out, and he likes being there for the community. And that's what he likes to do.
You might not know this about Mike, but he is really a humble person. He doesn't seek the limelight.
Sagadorf 9 says he's just rewatching Clone Wars, which is better.
Yeah.
Which is better. Go back and watch the first episode of Rebels, and even that's better than this.
Hell yeah. Clone Wars. I love Clone Wars.
That was back when Lucas was still there.
So, the team that made Clone Wars made Rebels. Even though Disney had just bought them, they made Rebels. And they were already working on Rebels when Disney bought them. So.
Well, people can say what they want about Clone Wars, but I am telling you that series single-handedly totally changed my opinion about Anakin Skywalker. I thought he was the whiniest little shit. I could not wait for him to finally become Darth Vader. I'm like, you are annoying, you're boring, you're whiny. I wouldn't want to make you a master either.
I should have been made a master, Master Kenobi. They should have made me a master. It's not fair.
Well, life isn't fair, little boy. You whiny little boy. Get out of my face. Go become
I killed
Darth
them.
Vader.
Man, if I was Padme, I'd have been like, as soon as he was like, I killed them all, the women and the children, I'd have been like, nope, see ya.
Yeah, new. But
out of here.
Watch Clone Wars, and Anakin wasn't. I mean, you could still see kind of that rebellious streak and that, that little bit of, well, I know better, but they played it really well. And I'm like, this is the Anakin that I wanted in the movies. No shade to the actor, but this was the Anakin that made me sad when he became Vader. I grieved for that character. I was like, no, don't do it.
Yeah.
No. Don't open that door. Stop it. I know where you're going. Stop. And then the split between him and Ahsoka. I mean, it touched me. I got it. I finally got it for the first time with Clone Wars.
But
I haven't seen all of Rebels. Yeah.
Snort's got it right there. You think about it. Yeah. But I was going to Tashi Station to pick up some power converters.
Yeah.
At least we got to see Luke kind of grow out of that and grow into, his coming of age story. We never really got to see Anakin, in my opinion, in the prequels do that. He went from whine to slaughtering younglings. Oh my God, a decidedly evil act that you just can't come back from. So then he became Vader, and it was like, finally.
You know what?
Vader.
You know what? One of the worst sins they committed is cutting. Okay, do you remember the librarian Jedi from Clone Wars? The one that was like, if it is not in our computer, it does not exist.
Yeah.
She walks up to Anakin as he's coming into the Hall of the Jedi. And she's got two apprentices behind her. And she is like, Master Skywalker, what are you doing here with these clone troopers? And he pulls her to him and sticks his lightsaber in her and then throws her. And that's the opening scene of the battle inside the Jedi Temple. First thing he does is run that annoying bitch through.
He is just sold out, but yeah, seeing his journey, because we don't really get to see his full internal journey.
We'll give him a pass on that
in the films, but we do see it in Clone Wars. We see his struggle. We see it all, and it is heart-wrenching. It really is. But so yeah, Team Clone Wars.
Yeah, no, I'm right there with you. Rebels, a lot of Rebels was good. And I loved when Vader showed up and just kicked the shit out of everybody. They think they're hot shit in Rebels. They really do. And it's like, we fought Inquisitors and we fought off Inquisitors. And then it's like, we are fucked. Let's go.
I love what a badass Vader is. I really do.
Don't seem to realize that Inquisitors are just very, very low-level Jedis, that they're pretty much nothing.
Well, they thought they were something in Kenobi.
Disney. This is a trash fire, a garbage fire of Disney's own making. They've done it to themselves. And some people are like, I want it to be saved. I want them on their knees, begging people to come back to the theater and watch their shit. Please, please, please watch us. That's what I want. And
all right, I have a question for y'all. Go ahead, Loki. I have a question.
I was just going to say, after all the way we've been treated, I do not feel bad about feeling that way. After how we have been treated and how we have been told we do not matter and how it's, oh my God, the critics, y'all. Well, the critics don't buy your shit. Critics do not buy your tickets. Critics do not buy your merchandise. Critics do not keep your bills paid. So you can have all the critics all you want to saying, oh my God, it's the bestest ever. But if it's not, and people know it's not, people aren't going to watch and people aren't going to give a shit. Really quick, before we get to that, let me say thank you to Six for her Shiba Inu with a heart. It is so cute.
Oh, I love that one.
Thank you so very much, Six. You guys keep the fires burning bright. Here in Valhalla, we're going to burn it down. Or no, what? No, we're not going to burn anything down. We're going to give you some toxic femininity this morning, Six. Skull!
Go!
Go ahead, Arwen.
Oh, okay. Here's my question to y'all. It's a two-parter, and it kind of it comes in perfect on what you just said, Loki. But do you think that Disney, particularly with Star Wars, do you think they can come back from this? And if they can, what would they have to do to come back?
It has to sit. It has to sit. They have to you know what? Sit on it. Let people cool down. Let the dander down. And maybe they can't go back to animation because they killed the animation studio and fired everybody that worked in the ones that made the Clone Wars and Rebels. So they can't go back to animation, or I'd say, you know what, just do some animated shit, do some animated stuff for the next 5-6 years. And then let's talk about doing a reset and going in a completely new direction that's not going to piss off all of your old fans and just do something new. But they can't do that.
I don't think there's any coming back from it myself.
So, Dave Bob, you're like, nope, it's done. It is cooked. It's fried. It is
just like Star Trek. It's gone. It's through. Throw it in the trash. Ain't nothing but a dumpster fire anymore.
Yeah. I don't know. I think they would have a hell of a long road. I think they would have to retcon the mess that's the so-called sequels to really come back and say, all right, we are serious about Star Wars. We've heard we're bleeding money because what we did is we pandered to basically an activist mindset instead of, just giving entertainment for everyone. regardless of walk of life, regardless of ideology. We just want to entertain everyone. So we're going back to the original damn formula, slate clean. I think they would have to at least start there. I agree with Loki. I think they would need to lay low a little bit, kind of get their ducks in a row and really figure out what the hell they were doing, have a serious game plan, not just, okay, we're going to write this and we're going to write that. No, no, no. Get your shit together, get your lore together, understand what you're doing, and have a purpose, have a vision of what you're going to do. And then maybe it might work, but I don't know.
Well, the thing about it is, even the shills and the access media are turning against them now. And when that happens, you know your shit stinks.
True.
And all you've got is your own streaming service saying your shit doesn't stink. That's what Paramount has right now. Guess what Paramount's got? Paramount's got its own streaming site that's like, our critics all agree. Yeah, our critics. The ones we buy and pay for to say our shit's good. Our critics all agree Transformers is the best Transformers movie ever. And I'm like, you guys didn't make shit on this movie. It failed in theaters. It was not a success. Why? Because you made it all about the human beings. And 2 of them didn't even matter. 2 of them didn't even fucking matter in the end of the day. They didn't do anything.
Oh my God.
One of them's like, oh, I'm an archaeologist. I'm a scientist. I'm a rocket scientist. And you're like, oh, uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sure you are. Psychoderm now with $5 super chat. They're going to have to let it follow at least 5 years. Then pull a Highlander 2. Brand new start.
Yeah.
Well, they did that with the series. At least Highlander was smart enough to do that with the series. They just were like, yeah, anything after 1 never happened. So 2 didn't happen. 3 didn't happen. None of that shit happened. So yeah, I could see that. Thank you, Psychodorp9 for your $5 super chat. You guys keep the fires burning, bite, and this one's just for you, brother. Skull.
Oh.
A dollar? I've never seen a dollar. Nobody's got a dollar. Let us see the dollar. There it is. It's beautiful. Take your hat off, boy. That's a $1 bill.
It's right. Beautiful.
It's beautiful.
Well, you know, the Halloween franchise did it. They went in a direction.
Yes,
I mean, I'm not a big Michael Myers fan or anything, but from what I understand, for those who are, fans were unhappy. They were like, what is this weird? What are you doing? What? No, you're going in the wrong direction. Totally. You killed Lori. What the hell? I mean, they were like, no. So with, I think it was the 2017, 2018 release of Halloween, all that shit was retconned. Yep. They weren't even related anymore. Lori and Michael Myers aren't even, that was just a story that was apparently made up in the movies. They're not even related anymore.
You know, in the early movie, well, they retconned something else too. In the early movies, he has a child with his niece, with Laurie's daughter.
Ew.
So if you go back old school, 80s Halloween, and there's a cult that worships him that has the baby and is gonna like sacrifice it or some shit.
Oh, hell.
It's almost as bad as 3. 3's the worst of the Halloween movies. Don't get me started on Halloween.
3 was just what the hell. And you look, again, he's not my favorite horror dude, but part of the appeal of Michael was that nobody knew his motives. Nobody was going to know his motives. He didn't talk. He wasn't going to tell you his motives. He was just evil acts walking around in a skin suit. That's what made him so terrifying. And of course, we all love the Kirk mask. Got to have the Kirk mask. Just got to. So, and
he was the baby's uncle
y'all,
grandpa. He was the baby's uncle grandpa.
Oh my God, I can't with that mess. Just let him be
Uncle Daddy.
Dad.
Hey, Uncle Daddy. So
if the Halloween franchise could do it, damn it, I think Disney has got the money and resources to do it. They just right now don't want to.
I don't know if they even have the money anymore. The way they're hemorrhaging money,
maybe not.
And everything. You know, the future's not looking bright for Disney right now. Their stock's utterly tanked. they're in a deal now where they're actually going to be selling part of ESPN to I think it's Amazon. Yeah, they're making some kind of deal with Amazon on that.
God. Oh God.
Uncle Pawpaw.
Uncle Pawpaw. And y'all who like the Halloween 3 movie, that is so cool. I didn't like it because I went into it. I didn't realize at the time that he was just going to start doing anthology movies. I thought it was going to be another Michael Myers installment, and it wasn't. So the whole time I'm sitting there waiting for Michael fucking Myers, and he never shows up. So I was like, fail. But I get it. I mean, some people, yeah, it's a good Halloween movie for them to put on and watch. So.
Why do you watch? Okay, I'm just gonna we'll pick out 4. We'll pick the 3 majors. We got the 3 majors, and we'll pick a minor just because it's my favorite. So,
Okay.
Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th, Halloween, and we'll do Puppet Master because Puppet Master is one of my favorites. Why do you watch those movies? It's not because some badass actor or actress is in it. Because you want to see what happens to the killer. It's the killer that makes those movies.
Yeah.
And sometimes the killer's screwed up. Go ahead, Arwen.
I was just gonna say they have to have an appeal of some. I know that sounds bizarre, but now is your list just of the horror movies?
Yeah, those are just 4.
Villains?
The 3 major ones. Obviously, you've got Freddy Krueger, you've got Jason Voorhees, you've got Michael Myers, and then you got the little puppets running around killing people in Puppet Master. I know I watch the Puppet Master movies for the puppets. I don't give a shit what happens. Yeah, there's some titty every once in a while, but I don't give a shit about that. I want to see the little bastards murder people and go on murder sprees, and I want to watch the dumb humans think they can try and outsmart these puppets. That's what I want to see. You know, I want to see Jason Voorhees slicing and dicing. That's why I hate the Final Friday. Because it's other people for the majority of the movie. You get Jason in the first 5 minutes of the movie, then he gets blown up, and you don't get Jason till the last 5 minutes of the movie, and then he dies.
See,
The worst one ever.
Yeah, no, and I'm not really into slasher movies. I prefer more, ghost movies, kind of, or psychological thrillers. But I do love the original Halloween. That is a go-to every year. And I'm kind of a ghost face girl, actually.
Scream.
Ghost face, like I said, he's my tree topper every year, the ghost face mask. So he's just kind of endearing to me. But yeah, I'd have to say the original Scream. I do enjoy the Scream series. I haven't seen the latest one. I think the whatever one that is. But
where you going, Sydney?
A lot of people are into that Saw, series. I never.
Oh, that's Eris. Tooth and nail.
Watch it.
She's got every movie. She's got every single movie. She's got the script for every single movie. She's got the first script signed by the entire cast. She's got all the steel books. Eris is a Saw nut. So I live with a Saw nut. She loves Saw.
Yeah.
Any night's a good night for Saw with her. So.
Now I saw, I think Mark mentioned Evil Dead. I do love the Evil Dead series, y'all. I have to admit, I love the movies, not the remakes. I don't like the remakes. I like the original Raimi ones, and I love the series. Ash is my man. I mean, I love Ash so much. So yeah, that would probably be the goriest that I tend to get with my films. And let's face it, Evil Dead gets it gets pretty gory at times, but
first you want to kill me, then you want to kiss me.
Kiss me. Blow.
Yeah, I do love Evil Dead. That doesn't mean I want a bunch of Evil Dead paraphernalia sitting around the house. Would scare the shit out of me, but I do love Evil Dead.
Freddy, Jason, Michael Myers, and puppets. How about Phantasm? Phantasm's a great movie. I love the classic horror movies.
Creepy ass movie. That Phantasm, that creeped me out. I mean, it really did. That old ball spinning around, sucking people's brains out. The tall man. Ugh.
And I do find myself rooting for the pets in Pet Cemetery.
Oh, well, again, human stupid. Stupid doing stupid human things.
It's like,
so yeah. Hey, let's put a tiger in there and see what happens. I hope you all get eaten, you dumb bastards.
Oh God, did y'all? Okay, I have to tell you real quick. Speaking of spooky and thinking of spooky movies, the other night I was sitting here and I heard some damn tapping and scratching, really creepy ass tapping and scratching on my front window in the lower left hand corner. And it freaked me out. It freaked Spawn out. We, looked with our phones. It wasn't the sound of a moth tapping. It was like tap, tap, scratch. Well, y'all, all I could think about, and I started cursing myself for getting that image in my head, is from Salem's Lot, the film with the creepy little vampire kid scratching outside his brother's window, and they all want to come up in the fog and they scratch in the window and want to be let in. That's all I could think about. And that movie scared the crap out of me as a kid. Really did.
Angela Smallkey, Loki, Pinhead. Yes.
Oh, Pinhead. Whoa, he's so creepy. Y'all, ooh. Yeah.
And Big Geek Sparring Girl with $10 super chat. Horror for me has been August 2023. Band broke, water pipe burst, AC broke during the heat wave. So, hey, August, any more weird, wired shit you want to throw at me? I am thriller versus gore horror.
Yeah, thriller is. Although I love anything to do with the Sleepy Hollow or Ichabod Crane or Headless Horseman story, I am there.
She just liked it because of the Englishman that played Ichabod.
No, I'm telling you, I love it. That's my favorite ghost story. So,
what do you think about the Johnny Depp one, the Tim Burton Johnny Depp Sleepy Hollow?
All right, I love Tim Burton. He's one of my favorite directors. So I gave him a pass just because it's Tim Burton. I fully admit. But what I really would love to see is a Burton traditional story movie. Go to the traditional, cast Ichabod how he's traditionally is, the schoolmaster. I appreciated that he did something different and I enjoyed it. But it's not original lore story Ichabod. So if you want the story of it that Washington Irving actually wrote, you're not going to find it in that movie. But I did enjoy it. I watch it almost every year.
Christopher Walken is the Headless Horseman.
I mean, come on, gnarly Walken. Who can? Yes, his casting, freaking brilliant. Every time he was on screen, I was like, "Yes, we need more cowbell." There it is.
Yep.
Walken.
Splendid.
At the end, when he
gnarly. He was just wonderful with his filed out teeth. Oh God, and he got that bitch in the end. I was just like, yeah, I was rooting for him. But I would love to see a modern, not a modern retelling, but I mean, like Burton take that, or somebody take the original story and do it in that vein. I think it would be perfect. Perfect.
And MB Geek, thank you so much for your $10 super chat. You guys, we got another one too. June Wong with the $5 super chat. The only horror film that scared me was that Harrison Ford one. Eep. What Harrison Ford one?
It came from under or something. The one with Michelle Pfeiffer.
I think maybe he means the latest Indiana
Indiana Jones.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's what it is. The latest indie film.
Eldrick Lord Astor threw in a smiley face. I guess I missed that. I'm so sorry, Lord Astor. Throws in a smiley face super sticker for 99 cents. Thank you so much, my friend, for that 99-cent super sticker. Thank you, MB Geeks Barn Girl, for your $10 super chat. And thank you, June Wong, for your $5 Australian super chat. You guys keep the fires burning bright here in Valhalla, and this one's just for you guys. Skål!
You're a very funny man, senor.
Okay, I gotta address this. Gestures Darth Arlena. It says Dracula is and always will be my favorite scary character. I'll tell you what. For those of you people out there that love the Bram Stoker's movie, the one with what's his name?
Gary Oldman.
Gary Oldman. Thank you. Yeah. Oh yeah. I watched the shit out of that back in the day. And that scene where he's a werewolf and he's with homegirl.
Lucy.
I was like, Wait a minute. Did they? Holy shit. No, they can't. Oh, yeah, they are.
Well, they went there.
They went there. Holy shit. And I was like, God, I don't even know. When the hell did that movie come out? Bram Stoker's 92. So I was
92.
12.
Oh God, 92. Okay.
I was 12 when that movie came out.
Yeah. That's
when I was a little kid, my older brother, I think I was probably 4 or 5. He got me to stay up late and watch Frankenstein. And you talk about scared crapless. I could not sleep for 3 days after that.
Nosferatu still scares the crap out of me. That is one creepy vampire. And when was that made?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
that was 20s.
Yeah. Did you ever see the oh God, what's the it's not a remake of it, but it's like a
yeah, the one where it's supposedly real.
yes.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
Which y'all talking Frankenstein?
No, give me just a second. I'll tell you what movie it is because I've got it on oh shit. If you haven't seen this, Arwen, you got to see this because it's all about them making Nosferatu.
Ooh, no,
the original movie from the 20s. It's set to where that's really, the vampire is real, and they're showing how all that was done.
It's not I want my purchase movies. Thank you. Where the hell is it? Oh, I'm looking. Oh my God, there's so much shit in here. What the hell is that movie called? Someone out the Shadow of the Vampire.
Yeah.
Shadow of the Vampire. Thank you guys. I'm like sitting here looking it up, and I should have known that somebody in here would know. So it's got William Dafoe as Max Schreck, the guy who played Nosferatu.
Really? Okay.
Oh yeah, and he is creepy as shit. He's like, you will give me this one, and it will be mine. And he's pointing to the girl, and you're like,
God.
And the director is like, okay, he is a character actor, so he's always in character. He never breaks character, even when he's not working. He never breaks character, and you don't really know whether because they'll have private conversations. And he's like, I want that one. I want that one. And he's like, Max, can we please focus on the movie? He's like, I am not Max. You're like, what in the fuck? Is he really the vampire? And John Malkovich is the director.
I'll check that out. That sounds good.
So if you've never seen that, Shadow of the Vampire is absolutely awesome.
Yeah, that's definitely something you put on your watch list.
Well, I always like to have, I don't always do it, but every year I come up with what I call 31 days of Halloween viewing. And I try and every day in October watch something, whether it's, Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown, or whether it's Sleepy Hollow or whatever. I try and watch something every day of a Halloween theme. So I'll have to add that to my list.
Oh yeah, it's worth it. It's worth the watch, even if you're at the end of the day you don't like it. It's worth the watch just to laugh your ass off at what William Dafoe does and what John Malkovich does. And they have original footage too from the original movie.
Nice.
Scattered in there. So
I'll check it out.
But it's creepy. It is creepy. It's one of those creepy ass movies. To me, it seems like they've lost that. I don't know if anybody else feels the way I do about this. It seems like they've lost that magic of.
Well, it's more jump scare anymore. I mean, that's about all you see anymore. Jump scare.
Yeah, not just that. I'm not just talking about the jump scare, Dave Bob. I'm talking about the ability to make something that just. I mean. The reason, and I understand if you think Dune's a slow movie and you don't like it, that's perfectly fine. You can feel that way. I'm not going to argue with you and be like, oh my God, it's the bestest thing ever. I loved it.
Me too.
I was bombarded. My senses were bombarded. It was a visual and sensory explosion at the IMAX when I saw it. So of course I'm going to be like, I've got to see this again and again and again.
Hmm.
That doesn't happen. It just doesn't. It, I was completely blown away by the fact that it happened the first time.
Hmm. I don't know. It seems like part of that with computers and with the technology that we have, we're able to see things that we weren't able to see in films, even 20 years ago. And I think they depend so much on the visual shock and assault of the senses, and I'm talking primarily in horror films, that what they don't realize is sometimes the scariest thing is what you don't see. Sometimes it's what information you don't know about a villain. Sometimes you can have a shadow be terrifying because you don't know what it is. You just see that glimpse of someone in the background. Like, what is that movie? When a Stranger Calls?
Yes.
The modern one. I don't remember when it was. I think it was in the 2000s, I think. But where the babysitter goes and she's on that gorgeous home that's on the lake. And every now and then you get glimpses and you see shadows shift and move in the background. And you think, wait, was that just a trick of the light? And you go back and no, that was somebody there, but you just get a wisp of it. It's terrifying. And I don't know if studios have the time or the patience to do that kind of thing anymore. It's all, here it is in your face, somebody, their legs getting eaten. Take it, bitch, right here. And it's like, okay, we get it, but we become kind of desensitized to that because it's thrown at us so much. What made Hitchcock so popular? It was the play of light. It was the way that the characters reacted. It was, again, what you assumed but didn't see, or what you did, like that scene where he's stabbing Janet Leigh. That is terrifying. You don't see her stabs all over her.
Nope.
You just
And that's
see
where they
the
messed
attack and the blood going down the drain. But
That's
know
where
what
they-
happened.
That's where they messed up in the remake,
Yeah.
in my opinion, was, oh well, we're gonna show you all the cuts, we're gonna show you all the stabs, we're gonna show you everything, and then we're gonna show you her laying there bleeding to death in the bathtub, instead of doing it the way Hitchcock did it.
Yeah. And the scene where the one guy, a guy or girl, I can't remember. It's been a long time since I've seen it, but they're going up the stairs and then Norman Bates in mama mode comes flying in from the side and pulls him offside. It's terrifying because you know what's going to happen, but you don't need to see it all the time to have that same effect. They're not clever anymore.
Yeah.
Do you need to see his throat open when Mama slices him across the throat with a carving knife? Do you need to see that? I understand what you want to do, and I understand, oh well, it's the 2000s, so let's just show it. But it changes the dynamic of what you're watching.
Yeah.
That's the difference between a master storyteller and somebody that's a hack. In my opinion.
He bought for that shower scene. He bought tooth and nail. They wanted to remove that. They didn't want anything to do with that. They said it would never pass the censors, and he bought for that to stay in there in the original black and white. In the original Psycho, he bought for that to stay in there. He bought tooth and nail. He said, no, this has got to be in here. We have to have this scene. And they didn't want it. And he was right. It made it iconic.
Yes, it is the most. And whenever you say Psycho, anyone who knows anything about the film or seen it, that's the first thing you think of. Is that damn scene?
People in their mind, they saw all the stabs. They, it happened in their mind just a lot more than you could just put it on the screen and like they did the remake.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that kind of storytelling's gone. It is. They've lost it. They've lost the ability to do that. They've lost the ability to do what Arlena's talking about here and doing the old school special effects. They've lost that ability to do that now. And it's just gone. And it's because they rely heavily on these alternate forms that they can't even really control.
Mm-hmm. I mean, look at Jackson. His Lord of the Rings is a great example of somebody who employs the new technology at the time and old school technology. like just having the actors be placed a certain amount of a certain distance from each other to make it look like one is really big and one is really small. I mean, just simple things like that, but it's so effective. Having them on their knees and some, having all the heights line up. He did take advantage of the technology there. He had to, but he also went, you know what? We're going to do this the old fashioned way too. And it worked. You don't have to always have the bells and whistles, and have your movie be slick to be effective. Sometimes it hinders you.
I miss Harryhausen. I mean,
Yes.
No, I know.
Stop motion. That to me, that was movie making at its finest.
The original Jason and the Argonauts, one of my favorites.
They can do a mix. Because did anybody out there watch the Dark Crystal series on Netflix?
The original or a new one?
No, the series.
No, I never watched
no.
Okay, I want to tell you something. It looks exactly like the original movie. It's cleaner. It's cleaner, but there's so much that looks exactly the same. None of the Gelflings in that movie or in that series had eyes or mouths or nose or anything. They were puppets, yes, but they didn't have any eyes, mouths, or nose. That was CGI'd. But the puppets were real. The puppets were doing the thing, just like they were doing in the original Jim Henson movie.
Oh, okay.
They just wanted more expression. They wanted the ability to have more expression on their faces. So they CGI'd their eyes, their mouths, their nose, all of that, so that they could give them more expression. That is perfect.
Mm-hmm.
A perfect example of a ingenious idea of we're gonna have real puppets. We're gonna have real physical objects. There will be these real physical objects in the world, and then we're gonna add a little CG here and there to enhance that and make it really shine. That's beautiful. Yeah, that's brilliant.
It's a good marriage of the two technologies. Yeah, I've got no problem with that. Use it to enhance, but don't let it be, which I say this, and there are some movies I love that depend fully on CGI. But if it's done well, then fine, do it. But if that's all you're giving is bells and whistles with no story and no depth, then it's just bells and whistles. It doesn't have the same impact.
That's right. The original Clash of the Titans. Yeah.
Yep,
Clash
the
of the Titan. Jason and the Argonauts.
Love those
all
movies.
of that. Yeah.
Love them. I agree. And I didn't like either one of the remakes. I was like, get away from me.
Ron Thunderheart brings up a good point too. Sam Raimi used it, that stop motion, and
he also used CGI. He was one of the very first season or very first TV series that used CGI. But he did use stop motion as well on Monsters. So he used stop motion, he used puppetry, and he used CGI. And there's some bad CGI in there. There's some absolutely horrendous CGI where you see it and you're like, yeah, that did not age well. Oh, look, it's a dragon. It looks like a fucking pterodactyl that's red with a big beak, with like a dodo bird beak. That looks like shit.
Oh my God. I haven't seen Hercules. I've seen some of them, but I haven't seen the whole series. I watched Xena.
She was a spinoff of Hercules, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
she was a bad girl in Hercules.
She was a bad girl.
Production.
That's one of the biggest problems Eris has with that show is Xena. She's like, oh my God, she's an evil bitch. Don't trust her.
She is. She's awful in that. Those are the episodes I've seen. I dug back and I found those episodes. Every time Xena's in Hercules, that's what
the good episodes.
The good episodes.
Because I love Xena. Yeah, I do. And okay, there are some cheesy moments. I mean, one, it was the time, but I would rather sit down and watch a marathon of Xena and I'll take on Hercules too. Hell, come on, more the merrier, than I would some of this new stuff that's being put out that just bores me and insults me and tells me I'm not good enough as a fan because I don't like the new shit. I'm this, I'm that. Big middle finger to that nonsense. I'm going to watch what I enjoy and what makes me feel good. Isn't that the point of entertainment?
I got to go back and watch Briscoe County Jr.
I love that show. Oh my God, Briscoe. Yes. Jack of all trades too.
Yep.
Anything with him in it. And I'm there. I am there. Burn Notice. Come on now. Just
Watch
Bruce.
Watch the making of it, June Wong. If you do have Netflix, which I don't anymore. If you do have Netflix, though, you can watch the making of the Dark Crystal series and how they use CGI. Because originally it was going to be all CGI. The original plan, they gave them a 15-minute like preview clip, and all of it was CG. And Netflix said, "No, we don't want that. We want the puppets."
Because wasn't the Dark Crystal a Jim Henson
Yes.
production
That was
based on
classic.
Brian Froud's concepts of the
Yes.
Gelflings and so you need that magic. That was part of the magic, knowing that they were puppets and that was a set. You can't lose that if you're going to be making any kind of series based on any kind of Dark Crystal. It's just not going to work.
So they eventually went to Netflix and they said, "Look, we understand that you want all of this expression in the Gelfling spaces, but we can't do what you want like this. So what if we do this?" And that's exactly what they did. They ended up CGing the expressions and the faces onto the Gelflings. Now, I don't know if they did that with the Skeksis, but they did that with the Gelflings. I do know that for a fact.
Well, it sounds like a cheaper solution than them building just a head to go on the puppet with all the motorized shit to do all that. That'd be insanely expensive, you'd think, to get those expressions that they want. So yeah, it sounds like a better solution or more affordable one, and it works. I haven't seen it, but from what you're saying, it works.
It was great. I hate that they didn't finish it. There's supposed to be a comic book that finishes it. I hate that. But it cost too much. It cost too much. They canceled it after one season, but they did what Netflix told them to do. And Netflix said, "We've got this money, we're going to spend it on this." And then Netflix turned around and canceled after the first season. Even though they said, "Yes, this is what we want. We're willing to pay this for this," they still canceled it.
Yeah, Netflix is notorious about canceling stuff that people actually like to watch.
Yeah, get your hard copies. Get your hard copies. Bram Stoker Dracula, get your Dark Crystal. Dark Crystal was the very first movie I bought on 4K. I saw it and it was cheap and I was like, "Holy shit, I'm getting that." And it looks fantastic. And the sound is fantastic. It's one of the very first things I bought on 4K was the Dark Crystal. I think the second thing was the Lord of the Rings. As soon as that came out, and I've got like 4 copies of that now. I don't need. I've got VHS. I've got DVD. The extended bookend editions. I've got the Blu-rays. I've got the original release of the 4Ks of Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. And then I've got that ultimate giant super collection on 4K that I was like, fuck it, I want it anyway. So, because I got a really good deal on Amazon Prime Day. So as soon as Prime Day came around, I was like, "How much?" And I think I got it for like $80.
You're like, score.
Oh yeah, score all the way to
yeah.
Get your hard copies. If you love it, get your hard copies, man. Really get your hard copies. Broken Entertainment, the Godzilla movies, the Blu-ray. Yeah, they're supposed to be, the 4K collection is coming, but I got my Blu-rays, and I think the hardest one to get was Biollante. The actual Miramax copy of Biollante was the hardest one to get. Everything else was easy. So, but there are ones now that you can't find. I want to tell you guys something. The American versions of the OG like 60s, 70s movies, those are almost impossible to find. Some of them
Really?
Raymond Burr.
Not the Raymond Burr one, but the the sea monster, which is called Ebirah, Godzilla versus Ebirah, I think is what it's called in Japan, but it was Godzilla versus the sea monster. There's whole parts of that movie that are not in the Japanese version. The music's different.
Really?
The dialogue's different. It's not funny. They did a lot of stuff in the American version that you cannot get now because that is considered disrespectful to the original movie. Even though we grew up with it, we watched it, we loved it. It is now considered an affront to the Japanese version and disrespectful. So you can't get that version of the movie.
Oh God. Oh my God.
I'm not kidding. That's
It's
what
for
they did.
modern audiences.
So the best you can do with like those is get the DVD that someone there's a Godzilla store that was in New York. I've got the DVDs of those. That's the only way you can watch those American versions of those movies unless you rip it from somewhere else.
Wow.
It sucks. Get your
Entertainment
hard
has
copies.
changed. It has changed.
And that sucks
sure.
because that's pretty much like history being deleted.
Yes,
That
it
is history and film history that's
That
just
is
been
pretty
deleted.
much like it. It is. That's
It
history
is.
being deleted.
It is like with the whole brouhaha about, Gone with the Wind. Are you kidding?
Well,
Are you kidding?
It's like
me?
Disney, they're putting everything in the vault. Any of the old classics and everything, you can't buy them anymore.
Yeah.
They're not selling them. The only way you can get them is get them, either used or whatever off the eBay or something like that.
Are they still showing those films on Disney Plus though? Are they vaulting them, but you can still watch them on
I don't
there?
think.
'Cause-
I think a lot of them are vaulted. You're not going to see Song of the South anywhere.
Oh no, you're right. No. I see what you're saying. Like vaulted. Like no, let's get it out of existence. Vaulted. Yeah, and you're right. That is history. That is history in film, and people are just terrified of that nowadays. They are just so afraid of offending someone that they don't even know what the offense is. They're not even stopping to think, well, would this really offend anyone? Or am I the only one who's jumping the gun here with people being offended?
I
And it
remember when I was a
snowballs.
kid, watching all the boys, the Three Stooges, Laurel and Hardy, and all of that. There were some terrible stereotypes in that, but it's still history.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, God. But we can't have it now. You just can't. I was reading something. I did a thumbnail for Sugar and Spice of the Little Britain guys, and they were all dressed out in drag. And I was doing some reading, and apparently they're saying now that, you couldn't do that show today, and we're embarrassed. It was crude humor, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, just let it be what it was. It was a hysterical show. Nobody took it as an affront to anything. It just took it as comedy. Men dressing up as a woman to play a female character, especially when one still has a damn mustache. Obviously, it is parody. It is not meant to insult anyone. But everyone's so touchy now.
Mary says, I've got a DVD copy of Song of the South. She bought
Yes.
it. Pretty sure it's bootleg.
It may be. But
yeah, I got the camera on.
we got
That
show
is
and
the
tell, y'all.
laser. That is the laser disc
Ooh, nice.
of the THX version.
Can you
This is
even
the
play it?
cleaner. What?
Can you even play it? You got anything to play it?
Yeah. But this is Han shot first. All this has is cleaner music and a cleaner picture. This is not it's got the Buto, the hut in the beginning of it, any of that shit. This is just a restored version of the original movie.
Nice.
So keep your hard copies, ladies and gentlemen. Do not go with this all digital shit. I understand it's addicting. I understand that you're like, whoa, I can have like a whole collection. And you know what? If it's free, I've got no problem with that. I've got a huge collection of digital films that I'm like, hey, let's just watch this and we can click it and watch it. Why? Because it came free when I bought the movie. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
And it's easier than going through your collection, but keep your collection. Don't just get rid of it. I can't.
Yeah.
The people selling this shit, it's maddening. Why would you buy it and then sell it? It just.
Yeah. Yeah, Arlena found me at I think her thrift store. She found me some B5 seasons and sent them to me, and they're up there with the rest of my stuff. And it doesn't matter how much you have of it. You're right. Just get it, collect it, have it.
Yeah.
Because once it's gone, it's gone.
Snort's right. Hand shot, period.
Yeah. Hand shot first and last. That's right.
Yes, he did. He was a survivor. But no.
All right, we're going to get out of here, guys. Thank you so very much for hanging out with us on this Friday morning. We will not be having a late night show tonight. Mike is busy jumping out of windows. I have no idea where he's going. He might, yeah. But I almost threw him under the bus there. Almost. But no late show tonight.
He's got a show today, though.
He does have a show today. So keep your eyes out on his channel. And make sure you catch his live stream, because he's supposed to be going live later today, this afternoon at some point. Arwen, what do you got going on?
We are doing Arena Activated tonight at 6, y'all. We're going to come on and we're going to stream for a while. And tomorrow, VacTube, also at 6. All this is Eastern, real time, 6 Eastern. Tomorrow, VacTube, and then Sugar and Spice next Tuesday. And then Lather, Rinse, Repeat. So, and then VacTube. Well, although I think you and Daryl are doing Dark Tower, right?
Dark Tower, yeah.
Okay, Dark Tower. So
I think so.
That's what's going on for us. I don't think I'm missing anything else.
All right.
No, I think that's it.
Hey, Bob.
I'm going to pull a MacArthur. I shall return next Friday.
I shall return.
Yep.
I'll be back. Guys, take care. Be excellent to each other. Always speak Brenda Anner. And we'll see you guys on Monday when Zero returns. I won't be here. Be at the doctor again for 0 hour. Guys, take care. Be excellent to each other. Always speak Brenda Anner. See you guys next time. Have a great one, everybody.
Bye, y'all.
These videos are tremendous. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hammer that notification bell.